And we're back. What's up, everybody? We're doing this one in black and white because I'm old school and I believe the show must go on. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, you must not cancel the comedy show. All right, guys, it's a little past 4:20 Eastern Time. 3:20 Central Time, that's where I'm at. It's my daily live fake talk show, 420 report. Wherever you're watching from, just comment that below. Probably on the replay right now while the audience builds. But in any case, this Saturday night, I'm headed to Deer Creek, Illinois. Shout out to Buddy Fleming and everybody at Buddy's Restaurant and Bar for bringing in the JerDog Comedy Roadshow this Saturday, July 27th. And then from there, I head to the Quad Cities, Davenport, Iowa, where I will be in the Swashchucklers. It's hard to say. I got to practice that. Swashchucklers Comedy Pirate Show. And then I'll be doing some fun videos from that. Also, this last weekend, what a fun weekend it was. Started out Thursday night, Boxcars Pub and Grub. Shout out to Daryl Beanbag Moon, my co-star in the Screwlywed game. Shout out to Tim and Randy Pogorelski, everybody at Boxcars Pub and Grub. Shout out to the Clinton basketball team for bringing in a packed house for their fundraiser. It was so much fun. We threw down the rated R version of the Newlywed Game. I'm probably covering up the microphone. Wherever you're watching from, just let me know, and I'll let you know when the JerDog Comedy Roadshow is coming to your area soon. Or hit the share button or the like button or comment about anything that I might have to say as I flap my trap about what went on last weekend and why I firmly believe the show must go on. That's why we're doing this one in black and white. It's a little bit shaky, and that's because I'm trying to capture the old school vibe. I'm old school. I'm OG. Hey, Cartwright, what's up? Would you agree? The show must go on. Friday night, M&M's Bar and Grill, Odo, Iowa. Thank you, Matt and Melissa and everybody there for bringing me in that night. It was sweltering hot. They had like this gigantic industrial fan in the bar, and but everybody stuck around. It was hot as fuck. Usually you want the audience to be nice and cool. And David Letterman, it's rumored or the legend goes that David Letterman would keep the studios of the Late Show like in the 50 degrees because apparently the audiences laugh more when it is cooler versus when it's hotter, which makes a lot of sense. In my come up years, I was doing the Comedy Wild West show. In a few weeks, I'll be doing the Swashchucklers Comedy Pirate Show. That takes place outside during the day, under the hot sun, on the street, just trying to gather up whatever crowd you can make happen in the moment, spontaneously on the spot, every hour on the hour. You get the idea. And there's all kinds of distractions going on. There's other shit happening at the fair. Back in my day, I would spend all day long in the amusement park doing these shows, And there was the roller coaster going on. There was the cotton candy salesman walking through the fucking stage. Things like this happening all the time. Not to mention the audience standing up on blacktop pavement in sweltering heat. And you still had to figure out how to make them laugh. So when I roll into M&M's Bar and Grill last Friday night, they're like, dude, we're so sorry. The air conditioner's broke. We've got the people are flogging in the door. And you're probably not going to want to wear your blazer. You're probably going to want to change into a t-shirt because it is roasting in there. I'm like, well, the show must go on. I'm not going to pussy out and give them anything less. They're there. They're ready to go. And I can just call back on my years of training doing those street shows under the hot sun. It doesn't have to be perfect environmental conditions in order to make the crowd laugh. And you can't give in. A lot of comedians, they turn into like giver-uppers. The candles on the table are burning too fucking bright. It's too hot. It's too cold. The microphone's not loud enough. Blah, 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 blah. And I'll get to that story in just a second as well, which almost happened on Saturday night. When we go in, the crowd was so fun. It was hot. You know, you keep it tight. Don't get too loosey-goosey. Make sure you're delivering rapid-fire punchlines and keep the audience engaged the entire time. And they'll be with you. Not to mention we're serving ice-cold adult beverages for 90 minutes straight. That always helps. Saturday night, so once again, shout out to Matt and Melissa and everybody at M&M's in Odo, Iowa, everybody that was there for bearing with the sweltering heat. It was so much fun. And then the heat was broken by thunderstorms that night, which apparently ravaged the entire Midwest. I don't know, maybe where you're watching from, you had amazing weather, or I don't know what it was like, but I know that I had a 7-hour drive to Wapaka, Wisconsin for a show at Schuler's Great Expectations. Shout out to Ben and Larry and everybody up there for that one. I have a 7-hour drive. 2.5, 3 hours in, I get a phone call that says the power was out in the entire town of Wapaka, Wisconsin. And they're like, well, what do you think we should do? We had a thunderstorm roll in and, we're expecting a good crowd tonight, but we don't have power in the entire town. What do you think we should do? And I'm like, well, we do live in the modern age. They can probably get it restored fairly quickly. This isn't the 1800s where you got to wait for the electrician to arrive on Pony Express in order to repair the power lines going into your fucking log cabin. Although I was traveling to northern Wisconsin, so who the hell knows? But in any case, I'm like, man, I'm old school. The show must go on. If people are going to be there, and if there's no power in the town, what the hell else are they going to do other than go out to the bar and drink? Let's give them some entertainment. I can do a show with no lights or no microphone. That's not going to fucking stop me from getting it done. And if you don't believe that, just go on my YouTube channel at The Bar Comic. There's a video on there where I'm doing a casino in Deadwood, South Dakota, 400 fucking people in the crowd, and like 15 minutes into the show, the lights and sound go out, and then I still go on for like another hour. Nathan Tricky Allen was there that night. We did the Dirty Jokes and Magic Trick show. There were a bunch of contractors were in the audience, and they were so into it, they went out to their construction trucks and brought in some of those portable work lamps and then set those up on the front row tables, and that worked pretty damn good. One of the biggest reasons why a comedy night will fail is even if the audience can hear you, even if they can hear you, if they can't see you, it becomes more difficult for them to pay attention. As long as they can see you, it don't matter whether it's 90 fucking degrees in the place or not. You can keep their attention with fun, quick, clever jokes, keep them engaged. They can hear you, they'll definitely be into it. But if they can't see you, they're definitely not going to fucking pay attention. Especially because so much of comedy is visual. That's why you can't just write down these jokes and then send them on their way and everybody gets the exact same. I see a lot of that where comedians will basically just write the material into their book and they go, oh yeah, I wrote a book. No, you just transcribed your act. That's a little bit different than writing a book. But anyway, that's totally off the subject. The point is, the show must go on, Power outage is not going to stop JerDog from making his gig. So once again, shout out to Ben and Larry and everybody up there at Schuler's in Wapaka, Wisconsin. They're like, all right, we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. I continued on my way. And then I got another phone call. They're like, oh, dude, we don't think we can do this, man. We got a phone call that they're not going to be able to fix the power until Tuesday here. And I'm like, oh my God, holy shit, maybe this place is all the way up in the backwoods where they have to send in the electrician via Pony Express. So I'm like, all right, man, if you're not going to go for it, then fair enough. But I'll turn back around, and I'll get a call and a text from my wife that power was out in our hometown as well, and she wasn't quite sure what to do. I'm like, holy shit, is it the fucking apocalypse? Is this like that John Cusack movie where there's all kinds of crazy weather coming in affecting the entire country? What the hell is going on, man? But I'm on my way back home regardless, and then I get the phone call. They're like, we got it, the show's back on, if you still want to do it. They got the power restored. I'm like, hell yeah, they do, man. And even if they didn't, I still would have shown up. We still would have put the thing on. We would have done maybe like a nice little intimate, candlelit, in the dark, comedy under the stars, campfire kind of comedy club deal. I'm always willing to improvise and be spontaneous in the moment. I'm trying to read the comments. I see them coming through. Bob LaFada, Secret Ninja Show. Oh, and shout out to, if anybody needs tax services, hit up LaFada Tax Services, and he'll do a kick-ass job for you. Help me out with a thing or two. Right, Bob? And about generators, excellent idea. And maybe that's something I need to start traveling with for the rare occasion when the power gets knocked out. I can just pull out the battery that hooks up to the portable sound system, the block rocker, block rocker style, you know, like, which has happened before. One of my very first gigs ever in show business, you never know what the hell you're doing. You just take anything that comes your way, anything that'll pay, you'll take the fucking gig. I got $50 to do a comedy at for a used car lot's grand opening kind of a thing. And they pulled up a pickup truck with the flatbed on it, and I did stand-up comedy on the flatbed with the sound system hooked up into the pickup truck battery. Oh, and shout out once again, Bob LaFada, got my piece of shit minivan going when it froze up, and it was overheating. It was overheating on my way back from Michigan, and I drove through his area, and I told him the story. He's like, dude, I got to help you out, man. That thing's going to fucking blow up. You're not going to make it back to Iowa. That's one of the beautiful things about traveling the country, meeting all kinds of new people. I've got friends everywhere, man, and I sure appreciate it, Bob. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate Ben and Larry and everybody at Schuler's Great Expectations of Wapaka, Wisconsin, for having the insight into the fortitude and being old school like me, remembering that the show must go on. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, you do not cancel the comedy show. And thanks again to Melissa and Matt and everybody at M&M's Bar and Grill up there in Odo, Iowa, for continuing on in the best of spirits, even though it was sweltering hot, with a jam-packed place of bodies, making it even more humid and uncomfortable, but everybody had an amazing time. Well, I don't want to say everybody. Maybe somebody didn't like it. I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Speaking of that, we did have a few sourpusses in the audience at Boxcars Pub and Grub last Thursday night. For the rated R version of the Newlywed Game, the Screwlywed Game, with myself and my co-star Daryl Beanbag Moon. But hey, Tim doesn't give a shit, man. He's like, it's not for everybody. And they're going to be bringing in the Grassroots Comedy Tour Series this year, October through April. Maybe it's November through April. Anyway, I'll let you know. If anybody's in the South Central Wisconsin area, make sure to go on out to Boxcars Pub and Grub for their monthly comedy nights, the first Wednesday of the month. Remember, the show must go on. This Saturday, Buddy's Restaurant and Bar, Deer Creek, Illinois. Tickets are still available for that one, and I'll put the link in the comments below as soon as I wrap up. And then next week, we'll be doing shows in the sweltering heat of the Mississippi Valley Fair as I suit up as Daring Dirk DeBloon in the Swashchucklers Comedy Pirate Show. I'll be back tomorrow with another live video at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or as close as possible. My live fake talk show, the 420 Report. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Jeremy Cartwright, and anybody else. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I'll let you know when the JerDog Comedy Roadshow is coming to your area soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Dog bless America.